let's talk about another card in our series of tarot learning. When we talk about tarot, there are 78 cards. They can give you a lot of permutation combinations. And how do you talk about each card? Because each card has so many elements that it can be confusing, and when you have to read the entire spread, because you don't just take out one card to read the spread, you take out many cards to form a spread and to read them. So how do you then read that tarot spread? The advice that we should always follow is, when we find a work which is a little too much, we should break it into small elements. So when we are trying to define an entire card which has so many elements, we will talk about one element each in the card. In this card that we are seeing, say the Temperance, there are a lot of elements. First and foremost, it's the 15th card, though it's written 14 here, it's the 15th card in the series because the card starts from 0. So 0 is the Fool, and the last card till here, it's the Temperance, that is the 15th card. Now, you will see that there is a water element, there is a land, there are flowers, there are mountains, fields, an angel working with water, wings, so many things. So how am I going to read them, and how am I going to understand what is needed? So let's start with one element each. Let's start with the water, the bottommost water, the element at the bottom, that is the water. The angel has, how is the angel standing? 1 foot in water and 1 foot on the ground, and very stable at that. So whenever you see an angel standing, whenever you see somebody standing like that, most of us will definitely fall down in the water, because it's not really a very good balance. But this angel is steady, and not only steady, involved in doing something very in a very concentrated manner. So it means that the angel is also comfortable. Water represents our emotional quotient, our emotional element in the body. Or for us, our emotions and our softer feelings. And the land is the practical side within us, the materialistic side within us, the practical usage of things within us. So the angel is comfortable at the emotional level, that the feminine level, comfortable at the practical male level also. So the person that we are talking about will be, if you see these things first, is comfortable anywhere, everywhere that the person goes. They know how to make themselves comfortable. Then we move on to the next element, where we see a lot of flowers around. Flowers are nature, and we also see that nature is abundant. So there is a lot of abundance in the person's life. The person is cheery. The sunflower is looking towards the sun. So the person is also cheery, okay. And you also see a lot of fields around there, which talks about a lot of work that needs to be done, and fruitful work at that, because the fields are also giving us a good yield. You see mountains in the background. So what does that represent? It represents the ambitions, the achievements we want to conquer, and we can, because there is a sun shining down the path which is guiding us to that mountain. So this person is capable of going wherever the person wants. Then we also move on to let's then move on to what this angel is doing. I told you it's concentrating very carefully. It's like an alchemist when they are mixing things up. You can also say that as a young child, I had seen my grandmother or my mother or my aunts doing that. They would take one glass and one glass of hot stuff, and they would put it up and down in this manner, exactly in this manner, so that the thing would get cooled, or the things would mix properly. So this is also a sign for an alchemist, where the alchemist is mixing things up in the most proper manner. Somebody also belonging to the medical industry, pharmaceutical industry, where you are doing it in the most balancing manner of things. Okay, so when we're talking about career, these choices from the career can also come up. Now the person, even though there is a lot of things happening around the person, the person is undergoing different elemental thought processes, be it emotional or practical, but still the person has an ability to concentrate on the work at hand. So it talks about a mindset that is very focused. So if it comes up in a card, I can say that you need to have a focus which is very sharp. No matter what is happening around you, concentrate on the work that is being done. Again, the robe is white. It talks about purity. So you have to have a very straightforward, direct, straightforward, pure approach to things. Don't manipulate, don't mix too many things up. And when we talk about a halo around the person, we see a halo around the person. So we say that yes, there is divine protection, there is divine assistance, there is divine help that the person can get. And now don't forget to look at the wings, because the wings stand out. They give a very different view. Why are the wings standing out? Because in all this white, we find the wings are very red. The red color is associated with passion. Please understand that any work we do, if we do the work passionately, if we follow it up with a vigor, the work is going to be accomplished very fast, very quickly. And that triangle that you see here, you see in the center of his dress, the triangle that you see, that the triangle represents, again, for alchemists, we know that when we make the yantras and for a lot of pujas, that time we use these shapes. Not only that, the triangle is in a square, which again represents practicality. It's a yellow triangle representing a lot of knowledge is required to do whatever that you are doing. The Temperance is a beautiful card which will lead us to a lot of knowledge, which will lead us to a lot of getting our work done in whatever situation that the person is. Knowing, having that knowledge, having that ability, having that focus, and having that dedication to reach the goal that you want to reach, and knowing how to handle the differences in the work also. The reverse is a different matter altogether that we teach in our classes. So, if you have any other card that you want to know about, talk about, do let us know, and we'll explain it to you in a very different manner from the rest. Before we leave, if this Temperance is followed by a card which is a positive card, say the World, say the King, that means whatever work that you're doing will definitely be accomplished. If it's the King, by your sheer will, by your sheer determination. If it's the World, then you have done a good job which will meet its ultimate aim, ultimate goal. When it is aided, when it is there with a devil, then it may tell you that you are getting very obsessed with your work, and it's time now to reassess the position. So many things we can assess from one card. So do assess, do let us know how you found this video, and till we meet with you again, stay safe.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.